Hi guys, you're welcome. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to retouch your picture and leave it so natural. I mean, completely natural. Now, the mistakes for beginners is most times um when you hear about retouching, you think it's all about frequency separation. No, you're getting it wrong. Retouching is not about frequency separation. Retouching is a process of improving the appearance of an image and removing imperfections and small defects like dust, dirt, blemishes, saturation, etc. etc. That's the definition according to Google. You get, so it's all about adjustment of your image, removing the imperfections, modifying your image and making it look better. So when you hear about retouching, it's all about frequency separation, and exactly that's what I'm about to tell you or teach you and make you understand in this tutorial. So without wasting your time, let's get into Photoshop. This is our image. Open your image with Photoshop. The image is on raw, so it's going to be opening with camera raw, and that is where we are going to start our retouching from start to end. So in this tutorial, I'll be showing you guys six steps and retouching your image and leaving it so natural. Actually, I have to be honest with you. My favorite way of doing this to when I want to make my image so natural, I mean very completely natural. My favorite method is dodge and burn. That's my favorite method. After I extract my image, if I shoot on RAW and if it's on JPEG, I just go straight to it. But if it's on RAW, I extract my image and I go for dodge and burn. That's my favorite. But then this as well is another method I use and it's simple, fast, and efficient. So these are the 6 steps and I'll be showing you right now. So the first thing you want to do is you want to come to your optics here. Let's make some correction. You see this use profile correction, click on it. It does a little bit of adjustment. You might not be seeing it, but just try it out on your system. You see the adjustment as well. So the first thing you want to do is that your optics. The second thing you want to do is you come to your spot remover right here. It works similarly to the healing brush tool that you have in Photoshop. They work in a similar way. So what we want to do is we want to zoom. She's having a clean skin, to be honest with you. She's having a clean skin, and the clients told me I want this image as natural as possible. Do you know? Okay, let me tell you something. There's a client I met. Let me divert a little bit. There's a client I met some time ago, and he told me, a grown-up man, he told me, don't remove any pimple on my face, don't do anything, don't even, my eye is red, leave it red like that. My everything on my body, just leave it like that. You can do anything you wish on the background, I don't have problem with that, but on my body, don't do anything. As soon as you modify anything on my body, that's no longer me. It sounds crazy, right? Very funny, but that's what he wanted. So in a similar case, this woman also told me that, my client told me that I want it as natural as possible. She's just a kid, just make it, just give me a nice picture. I don't want too much edit. So if you're having a client like that, if you're having similar situation, this is the way to retouch and go about the image. So the next thing you want to do is come to your spot remover. She's having a clean skin already, so you just click on the spot remover, then clean out the blemishes and the spots on her body. I hope you know how this works. What it does is, let me show you it. Okay, see, for instance, now this red part, that's where the spot is. The intelligence will replace it with this green part. You see, the same size, the same shapes. So to just replace this red side, this red part with this green part. That's how the spot remover works. I hope you understood that, my explanation. It replaced the red part with the green part. So now if you look at this remover that is being done here, I don't really like the fact that it's coming to that. I don't want that part. I want somewhere around there to be replaced with it, somewhere very 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 close, and that's okay by me. So you can always determine, if you think the camera did a terrible job, like for instance right now I did a terrible job for me, I just have to redo that. Okay, I think that's better. If the camera is doing a terrible job for you in terms of replacement, you can always determine where you want the replacement to come from. You get? Just like that. Very simple. So you try and make sure you remove all the blemishes. If not all, at least, sorry about that, at least about 70%. And I think I'm okay with that. Just little work to be done. Okay. There's a spot around the eye here. I want to remove it. Okay. Close here. Then somewhere around there as well. Okay. I think I'm good. That's the number 2 thing we are going to do. And the next thing you want to do is come to your cuffs. Go back to here. Come to your cuffs. See, now, most times, or if not all the time, camera will always display your cuffs like this. Things you are familiar with, highlights, lights, dark shadows, like that. It's because it's set on parametric cuff. That is, it's set on parametric cuffs. You can always come to your point cuffs, which is here. I don't know whether you've done that before, but if you have not done that before, that's additional bonus for you in this tutorial. So you come to your point cuff. This point cuff gives you an advantage, gives a little advantage. You get a little advantage. And what you need to do now is you come to your point curve, change it from linear to medium contrast or strong contrast, depending on what you want. For me, I want strong contrast. And you can see, just simply because of what we just done now, you can see before and after. Before and after. This is just beautiful. Now let me show you one beautiful thing about that. Let me zoom out so that you see. There's a little bit of reflection around the eye here. Can you see it? Let me show you before. Can you see it? A reflection right there. And after, it has darkened that part, and that is beautiful. I love that. So after that has been done, the next thing we want to do is leave your curves, come to your geometry. Now look at this image. The way she's lying her head on her hands, it's on the horizontal part of her body. It's looking like it's on 180 degree, looking like it's straight. That's to your physical eye. Actually, it's not straight. It's not straight. If you look at the background, you discover those lines at the background. It's not vertical, and that's where you're going to know that the horizontal part is not straight. It's not vertical enough. So how do I adjust that? You come to your geometry, come to apply only level correction. Just click on it like that. Boom. The correction has been made. Now, the disadvantage in this, which actually is not a disadvantage, but I have to tell you, is that once you apply this, it crops the image, and which is understandable because and it's justifiable as well, because even if you have to do it manually, definitely you are going to, if you have to adjust it manually, some level of cropping will also be done to your image. So it's not destructive. I'm just cool and fine by it. So if that has been done, you move away from your geometry, you come to your calibration. I want a little bit of warmness in the picture. So come to your blue primary, come to your saturation and drag it up a little bit. Or maybe let's say 11, 12. Okay, I'm okay with 12. Now let me just add a little bit. 15. Okay, that is perfect. And that is the 5th process. The last thing we want to do is come to our basic. Now, what do we need to do in our basic? Adjust the highlight a little bit. Let's drag it down. Increase the brightness a little bit, maybe by 10, then it's okay. Then we want to increase our vibrance. You can increase the clarity by 2. Just 2, it's okay. I don't want any texture, I just want the clarity. By 2 is okay. I'm satisfied with the texture already. The texture is nice. It's cool for me. So I think I'm okay with that. Then the next thing you want to do, which is the last, is if you're looking at the image, let me show you before and after. Before, after. The retouch is done already. Like I said earlier, it is not every picture that you do frequency separation. There are pictures that you just adjust your lighting, adjust brightness, adjust your highlights, your shadows, whatever. Just adjust everything, fine tune the color a little bit, and you are done. The mistake when I started photography, to be honest, some years back, I always make that mistake. I think every picture you just need to retouch and retouch and retouch. No, 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 no. I mean, you just need to do frequency separation. Retouching is not always all about frequency separation. You get. So when you need your image, your client is demanding for something so natural, this is one of the way you can get it done. So the last thing we want to do is, if you look at the image, it's looking so warm, and if you look at the before, she's not looking so warm like that. Do you see it? After, before, after. So I don't want, the warmness is just too much, and I don't want to use temperature, because the temperature, I don't just want to use temperature. I don't know, I don't just feel like using temperature. So you come another way you can do it, and it gives you perfect, if not perfect, close to perfect, is come to your white balance. It does a perfect job. Come to daylight. Are you getting it? You have a lot of options, but we don't want to go into that right now. I don't want to explain that. It will make the video too long. I just want to go straight to the point. So make use of daylight. Come to white balance, come to daylight, click on daylight. Boom, just like that. A little bit of adjustment has been made. You see, giving us a nice skin tone. See before, see after. Before, after. The warmness has been adjusted, and the background as well. Look at it before, after. I just love it this way. And if you think you still want the image to look a little bit more dramatic, you can come and adjust your shadow. Maybe bring the shadow down a little bit, maybe by 5 or so, just like that. Then your vibrance, you can also increase it as well to 14. I think I'm okay with this. Just see this again. It's beautiful before, after, just beautiful after, natural, just 100% natural. That is it. And that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you've learned something. Please subscribe, like, make comments, and share. By doing that, you'll be helping you'll be helping me, admin, and YouTube to even show this video to more people. Thank you so much. Like I used to tell you, Photoshop is fun. Keep having fun. See you in my next tutorial. Never stop having fun. Very important. Thank you.